Alaikum. This past week, as the Imam has indicated, there has been extensive media coverage as a result of the terrorist attack in Algeria and the ties of those individuals to our city. It is critical and it's essential that members of the public recognize that these arrests are associated with the conduct of individuals, and that the alleged criminal activity of this nature is not accepted, supported, nor condoned by any segment of our community in London. I'm here today to speak to you about the impact of this information on our community, your community, and the broader London community. I personally know many of you gathered here today, and I've always appreciated that I have been included in many of your events and celebrations. Our Police Services Board Chair, Mr. Michael Deeb, our multi-faith chaplain, Imam Munir Al-Qasim, and Imam Jamal Talib, have assisted the London Police Service in developing strong bonds and resulted in a richer understanding of your community. The London Police Service, as you know, have a number of serving Muslim officers, and collectively, we stand together in solidarity against any form of violence reported to take place under the guise of Islam. As is the case with any faith group, the levels of observance and spectrums of conflicting views can be very different among the members. The individuals who committed this act of terrorism clearly held dangerously extreme and radical views. And I want to reaffirm, these men are in the minority. We are fortunate in London to benefit from the numerous diverse communities that enrich our population, all of whom contribute to the success of this city. The London Police Service, through our Diversity Officer program, continues to build positive relationships with members of our community, with the goal of strengthening and creating an inclusive community. And I'm joined here by a very familiar face, Sergeant Marcel Marcellin. Many of you know him quite personally. I know and I appreciate that incidents like this instill fear in your community. I know from personal discussions this week that many of you worry that there could be heightened scrutiny, criticism, and discrimination directed towards you and your families. You also worry that threats and violence may occur by those who are unfamiliar with the teachings of Islam, teachings that are centered on peace and inclusivity. I stand here today as your Chief of Police to publicly say that we support our Islamic communities, and it is our duty to ensure community safety. The London Police Service will remain vigilant so that all places of worship remain safe for families to congregate, celebrate, and pray. From an investigative and intelligence standpoint, we also ensure the safety and security of all our members of our city through valuable relationships that we have with our policing partners, both provincially and nationally. Each of you also plays a critical role, ensuring that members of your faith community are safe from hate-motivated crimes. As police officers, we know that it is very important that our wider community is informed, supported, and encouraged to be proactive. Furthermore, all of us desire a community that is safe, and we recognize that radicalization in any faith, is intolerable. We are united in our efforts to ensure that no harm comes to our community or to any other community in Canada or abroad. And to that end, suspicious activity must be reported to the proper authorities to allow for appropriate and thorough investigation. Today I stand before you representing the London Police Service, and I thank and I acknowledge you for your constant and overwhelming contributions to make this the best city in Canada. It is this wonderfully positive interactions that must be emphasized, celebrated, and communicated. And as your chief, I will continue to do that. I thank Imam Al-Qasim for your invitation to be here today, and to all of you for your continued support for the men and women of the London Police Service, who who are here to serve you. Together, we will move through these difficult times as we are collectively focusing on creating a very strong, safe, and secure community here in London. Thank you very much for allowing me to be here.